Index's only inn perseveres amid historic charm and challenge. For more than 100 years, as a gravel road or streamlined pavement, the Stevens Pass Highway has beckoned as a cross-Cascades catalyst to intimate scenic bliss. As we motor through a succession of tiny towns on the west side of the mountains, a rich palette of trees, bridges, and railroad tracks along the Skykomish River feels so fresh, green, and close it's as if we can reach out and touch the wide, deep swaths of crisp, wooded splendor. The former timber and mining burg of Index, roughly 60 miles northeast of Seattle, once welcomed such pass-through traffic along its few unpretentious blocks via a 10-mile winding road from Gold Bar. But the early 1930s brought modernization. The state constructed a shorter stretch of the highway that bypassed Index, leaving the hamlet 1 mile northeast of the new artery. It was, the Seattle Times stated on September 13, 1931, part of the steady movement to minimize the blockade of the Cascade Range against the vast hinterland that feeds Seattle and Tacoma with produce for export and manufacturing. Accessible via a turnoff road and ringed by 4 Washington Alps from 5,464 to 6,244 feet in height, Index has persevered through the decades as a mini paradise. Remoteness has both bolstered the town's charm and embodied its challenge. Enter the Bush House Inn. Built in 1898, some say earlier, the 3-floor structure competed with 4 other hotels for hungry lodgers when the Index population topped 2,000. Now it's the only hotel in the riverside town of 150. It presides on Index Avenue, nestled against a sheer 1,270-foot climbing wall and a stone's throw from Great Northern Railroad tracks whose freight trains and Amtrak cars regularly roll through town. The inn suffered from disrepair and closure early this century, but after a decade of energy and financing marshaled by a pair of couples, Blair and Kathy Corson, proprietors of an Index recreational firm, and Dan Curley and Carol Wallenberg of Seattle's Magnolia neighborhood, the extensively restored and remodeled 10-room hotel reopened last fall. This effort merited a salute at last month's gala of the Washington Trust for Historic Preservation, which in 2009 placed the inn on its list of most endangered places. The building holds promise as not only a traveler's getaway, but also a center for weddings, events, and, with a new expansive stage, concerts and dramatic productions. To echo its original incarnation, the owners are even searching for an on-site restaurateur. Invisible from the highway, however, the Bush House Inn begs a Field of Dreams-like riddle. If you rebuild it, will they come? In our first then photo, shown at the turn of the 20th century, the Bush House in recently logged Index fed and housed local miners and workers who built the Great Northern Railway. The inn was constructed by Clarence W. Bush. In our second then photo, framed by a pair of 1923 to 25 Ford Model Ts, the expanded Bush House stands in 1925 along a dirt road that is today's Index Avenue. The town got its name because a nearby peak resembled an index finger. In our third then photo, elevated for repairs, the Bush House appears to be shored up by Index volunteers in 2012. Today, owners of the Bush House Inn, Blair and Kathy Corson, back second and third from left, and next to them, Dan Curley, green shirt, and wife Carol Wallenberg, pink sweater, join index volunteers and the visiting Millers of West Seattle's Husky Deli in late April in front of the hotel. Third from the right, in the front row, matriarch Marie Miller was celebrating her 93rd birthday.